Hello, everyone. My name is Rosalind Streeter. I am a seer and prophet of God to the nations. And on this journey, you will soon learn that it's just so much easier with God. So let's chat. Okay, guys. So again, I am back with another prophetic dream. So I wanted to share this with you. And God said, time matters. So it's a dream as well as a vision. Okay. Okay, so I was actually resting, okay? I was kind of like in and out of sleep, and I just remember God saying, time matters. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, time matters. And he said, time matters. And I said, okay, Lord, got it. I said, what are you saying? What are you saying time matters? As soon as I said that, I don't even remember what happened because it was like God, put me into like a deep sleep where I instantly started dreaming. Okay. So as I started to dream, I remember I was like at this event, this function. And at this function, I remember being surrounded by people that I knew. I knew a lot of these people. Okay. So the people that I saw, I remember this one guy that I'm familiar with, and he, it was just kind of joking around like he normally does and everything like that. It was just like a function where everybody was just enjoying themselves, okay? It actually reminded me of like a hotel because I knew that there was like an upstairs area or rooms upstairs. And it's kind of like if you went to like a banquet hall, right? Or a banquet space within a hotel and you're using that for an event. That's kind of where we were. I remember there was like music playing, right? So I'm enjoying the music and everything like that. And then I did this right here. I was like doing like this to the people that I knew, right? And I was actually waving by, but I was doing it like to the music. So I was just waving by. And as I was doing it, I was backing up like from them to leave. I started to leave. So as I started to leave, I ended up walking. I ended up walking down this hallway, and there was elevators. Okay, and I was actually I'm sorry. I know my hubby was with me too as well. So we were, I started walking down the hallway, and he was there too. And so as I entered into this hallway, it was like I saw elevators, and then I saw some people waiting for the elevator. But I was like, okay. I said, well, I wanted to ride an elevator by myself, so I'm looking for an elevator that is empty. So I'll go on the other side towards the end, waiting for this one elevator to open the doors. As I'm waiting for this elevator, I look, and it's like a lobby space, right beside the end of the elevators. And this lobby area had people in there, and they were just asleep. Like, I'm talking about knocked out, you guys, where they had jackets over their heads, and they was like laid out on the couch, and there was just all of them. Every last one of those people in that lobby was sleeping, okay? And so I watched some of the people who were beside me go ahead and get on their elevator, and they had already, went up. Okay, so for me and my husband, when the elevator came and opened up the doors, I walked in, then my husband walked in, and right at the end, right before the door closed, another woman comes in. So there's 3 people on this elevator, okay? So as we're on the elevator, I notice when she walks in, so say I'm turned around, right? So you're walking in, right? So she ends up on the left side of the elevator, this wall, right? But I noticed this wall was glass, so I could see through it, okay? And as I could see through it, she was just leaning up against the glass, just kind of waiting for the doors to close. I was in the middle and my husband was right here on my right. If you think about the wall that she was on, the elevator wall, the left side, it was glass. But right at the top, it was like an opening. It was like about that much opening. And if you kind of follow me, over here, you could see there was actually another like lobby area, but it was on a higher floor, okay? And so there was a lobby area and then it had a little gap here. So as the doors closed to the elevator, this gap right here started to close, okay? And as it started getting smaller, I saw somebody run like in this lobby area in the top floor. I saw their feet, like their legs, and they ran over real quick and they slipped this package to her. They slipped the package to her. And as they slipped the package to her, she grabbed it real quick before it closed. And then the elevator shut and we were going up, right? Okay, so once she had the package, I said something like, isn't God so amazing to allow you to be put right there in the right place to get your package? And she said, yes, but I almost missed it. And she seemed very sad and she put her head down and she was holding her package and she was just so saddened that she almost missed her package, right? And it was like by her actions, you could tell like she was so close on missing her blessing that it affected her. You could tell it was just all over her. So then I said, but I believe with every situation given, it's an opportunity for us to learn something. Then God said again, time matters. And so with this dream, I can tell there are so many people who will be lost in a sense of the door is going to close. They're going to be sleeping, you know. They're going to be enjoying themselves at events and stuff. And they're not going to know what happened because that's how quickly it will happen. That's how quickly the door was shut. That's how quickly things will go up. You know what I mean? With the wealth transfer. And it's just going to be so many people who are sad. And thank God, you know, she was spared. The one, right? Thank God she got on to the elevator in time. There was other people getting on, but it wasn't as many people in that lobby, and it wasn't as many people that I left and said goodbye to, right? And so God is saying time matters, just meaning there is some people who they're watching videos, they hear the instructions, they've heard it for a while, God keep nudging them, God is whispering in their ears, they're getting dreams and they're not budging. They're sleeping, they're partying, they're enjoying themselves as like business as usual, right? As though nothing's coming. And then there's some people who are going to wait to the last minute, and by the grace of God, they will make it, right? They will make it. They will get their package. But I did notice her package was small. How much bigger could that package have been if she got on board earlier? I want to take you to Ecclesiastes 3. A time for everything. There is a season, a time appointed for everything, and a time for every delight and event or purpose under heaven. A time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to uproot what is planted. A time to kill and a time to heal. A time to tear down and a time to build up. A time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance, a time to throw away stones and a time to gather stones, a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing. A time to search and a time to give up as lost. A time to keep and a time to throw away. A time to tear apart and a time to sew together. A time to keep silent and a time to speak. A time to love and a time to hate. A time for war and a time for peace. Okay? The door is closing. You know, I just want to let you know the door is closing. I saw it. And interesting enough, the door wasn't open. Like it wasn't wide open to close. It was actually already closed. It was already closed on and waiting to close all the way. Okay, so grab hold of that. And I'm letting you know it's about to go up. Will you wave goodbye is the question I'm asking you. Okay, so will you wave goodbye? Will you sleep and slumber? Or will you do what God has commanded you to do on this day? Will you grab hold of your portion? Because God is saying time matters. And again, the door is closing. Will you make it in the elevator before it goes up? You'll have to answer that question. And again, you guys, when God warns us, when God is saying time matters, then guess what? Time actually matters. And he's referencing time for a reason, meaning time is winding down, time is almost up. And he wants us to take heed to these warnings and move forward with what he's instructed us to do. Just to make you aware, I actually thought this was my last wealth transfer video related to like the crypto. You know, with God giving me a vision or a dream related to that, because I was thinking time matters. So the door closed and elevators going up. So I was like, oh, okay, you know, so I guess we're at the end of this. No, he gave me 2 more, y'all. And they're actually very exciting. So I can't wait to share those. And he actually just gave it to me last week. So I am unpacking those, and then I'll definitely release that as well very soon to you. So that's all I had related to this, but please take heed to this warning. Time does matter, you guys, and it's not all of you. Some of you guys are running, you're doing what you're supposed to do, you're excited, you're holding on to what God has promised you, and good job. But some of you guys are dragging your feet, and God's like, hey, don't do it, you know? He's like, this is real. Wake up. Please wake up. This is real. Don't be like those people in the lobby who are sleeping, I mean, really good. Really good. I don't know what they're dreaming about, but they're sleeping really good. Don't be like those people. You know, just like the ants video that I put out. You know, don't slumber, move, get up, do what God is calling you to do today, and you will reap. I promise you, you will reap. Because God's word will never fail, and what he promised us will come to pass, as I've seen it. My God. Okay? I mean, he's already given me visions and dreams related to after the wealth transfer to give you hope. Okay? Remove those distractions that are around you, the naysayers, people who can't see or they have been blinded, right? And potentially this is not their portion. You know, this might not be what God has for them. Potentially it could be God's wrath. You never know. But you don't want to be listening to everybody. So seek God on who you're listening to, especially if you are troubled in any way. Always go to God with everything that I share with you. Test all spirits by the Spirit, like always. And then, you know, always, if you liking what you are hearing, you're more than welcome to subscribe. Please comment. I love the encouragement, you know, and I will definitely try to respond as soon as I can. And like always, I am so in love with love, and God is love, and we love you. And remember, time does matter. Bye.